So we're getting into July, the second month out of the 4 high-speed manifestation rail months. There's a lot going on this month, especially when it comes to relationship. Don't know if you're in a relationship right now, or you're single, or you're ready to mingle, whatever it is. Actually, there's a lot of planetary alignments that are happening that is going to change the romantic scene in your life. But aside from that as well, there are certain dates within this month that is very, very good for investments or career changes. And not to forget, we have a Mercury Retrograde this month. Everybody's favorite, woohoo. How do we protect our energies? We're going to dive deep into this inside this video. Please get your pens ready, your pads ready, and before we get into it, show reel, hit it. Namaste everyone, Namo Himalaya, this is Sri Akarshana here. And in this video, I'm going to break down all of these loads and loads and loads of notes I have taken. Hopefully within the next 10 to 20 minutes, break it all down for you guys so you know how to best navigate through the month of July and harness the manifestation energies at the right timing. Everything is to do with divine timing, and also at the same time protect your energies when it is appropriate. Okay, so we're going to start with the first portal, which is on the 4th of July. Okay, so 9 portals in total. First portal, 4th of July. What is happening? We have Neptune retrograde. Okay, with this Neptune retrograde, actually we have many planetary alignments happening at the same time, with Venus in Taurus linking with Uranus in Taurus at the same time as Venus entering into Gemini. So what have we got at the beginning of the month? Now, this is a big thing. It may shake up certain relationships. Okay, now this doesn't have to be romantic relationships. Maybe this type of theme, whenever I cover a certain date, you're going to find that theme within that week. Usually it's like a 5 to 7 day window. So let me know if certain things have been a little bit rocky with certain relationships in your life so far. It could be your friendship, it could be your romantic relationship. And if so, then there may be some news that may come in or certain conflicts that may happen that may shake it up a little bit more. So what will this do? This may make you or force you to re-question your alignment. Whether this relationship is what you want, whether it's actually making you happy, or whether you are giving happiness to the other person who you say you love. And so it's very important time to take to reflect and to see, okay, this rockiness, what is it a sign? And what's this sign giving me? Is it time to move on? Or is it really time to work harder on this relationship or dedicate more time and energy towards it? So these are the things that you may be pondering through. Now, while that is happening, obviously you've got the Americans celebrating Independence Day. So all American friends out there, give me a hello inside the chat below. Now, while that is happening, what happens is you've got Neptune starts to pull back the curtain on certain illusions. So what does this mean? Now, this may go and correspond with the shakeup in relationship, meaning there may be opening up Pandora's box. Maybe you see some truth that you've been doubting or fearing, and suddenly you find out it is the truth. For example, you may have been fearing that your partner has been seeing somebody else or chatting to someone else, or maybe even cheating on you. And if those things have been coming up in your mind, it's highly likely that during this time, some Pandora's box will come up and the bubble will be burst. So if that happens, well, it's very important for us to be prepared for the best outcome here. My recommendation for everybody is any doubts or fears that you're feeling already, especially leading up to the month of July, is to try to raise them. Try to do yourself a cognitive reframe. Try to reframe the mind and focus on the positivity and have an attitude of gratitude. Because what you don't want is, when it comes to this particular portal, your worst nightmare, your doubts and your fears to actually manifest. And guess what? It's not too late to change it, because our thoughts create our reality. So I'm saying, any doubts you've been having, or any visuals or thinking, overthinking you've been having to do with your relationships that may be negative, please make the focus to give yourselves positive affirmations, to trust and believe that everything is fine. Visualize it, manifest it, okay? Now, if for whatever reason the curtain does pull back and you realize everything was just an illusion and it's not turned out the way you want it to turn out, then obviously during that time it's very important to practice plenty of breath work, find plenty of space, and know every rejection is God's protection. Every challenge is a blessing in disguise, even at times when it doesn't feel like it is, okay? Now, moving from there, I'm going to move on to, actually there's a bit of a bonus portal, because from the 6th of July through to the 7th of July, there's actually 2 portals that are happening. On the 6th of July, you have Venus in Gemini, Saturn in Aries as well at the same time. But on the July the 7th, you've got Uranus enters into Gemini. Now, what is this sparking once again? Please make note of this. You're going to find that you're going to have this spark of creativity. You're going to find that that romantic side of yourself is going to come up a little bit more, right? And so what does this mean? Well, it means that if you've been wanting to create something, maybe you write a book, or maybe you have some ideas for some music you're creating, or maybe within your entrepreneurship or your management, your leadership, you have certain things you want to execute, it's highly likely during this time that these downloads will come. So it's best during this period to give yourself some space, because sometimes to receive those downloads, we need to take a step out to be able to tune in, right? And so find yourself some quiet spaces, do plenty of meditation work and breath work, and be there as the witnesser. You're going to find a lot of downloads will come during this time. Now, a very interesting thing is that with Uranus entering into Gemini, actually, you need to understand that this is very significant. This is probably the most major portal, actually, out of this whole month of July, because this portal has not opened up since 1948, right? And so what kind of theme is it going to bring back? It's going to also give us this element of surprise, a blast from the past. You may find that you get this feeling of nostalgia. You may get certain visions, or maybe even have some dreams of your past life, or something that seems very unfamiliar in this lifetime so far. It may get yourself to reconnect with your past, and the reconnection to the past will actually give you answers to why you rebirthed into this particular dimension at this particular time. So my recommendation for you during this period around the 7th of July, maybe that 5-day to 7-day window, is to keep a notepad next to your bed. Every morning when you wake up, keep a dream journal. Because you're going to find that if you journal at the moment you wake up, just in case it wipes out. Remember, we always have the 3 seconds where it just wipes out and you forget your dreams. So during that time, you can write it down very quickly. You're going to find that over those days, it's going to have some sort of synchronicity. Each day is going to link to another day, and you're going to be like, wait there a second, I think that corresponds to my life this time round. And so it's going to give you a higher sense of purpose, a higher sense of knowing who you truly are. I'm talking about your soul self, not just your physical being, and help you find your purpose in this lifetime. So that is a very, very big thing. Another thing as well, and this kind of links into what I said just before, because of this big significance, it's going to give you a lot of mental breakthroughs and spiritual breakthroughs, maybe even just a slight awakening during this particular period. What you would like to do during this time is question your thoughts, right? Allow yourself to throw questions out there. Why am I seeing this? Why am I feeling this? What is this that is coming up? Because with questions comes answers, okay? While that's all that is there, those of you who are single will be very happy to hear this, is that actually this creative spark will also light up a spark for romance. So you may find some flirtatious texts happening here and there, and it's going to give you that space to be a little bit more daring and go out there and meet people, okay? During this time, I would like to highly recommend that everybody focus on speaking your truth and finding your voice. Okay, so speak your truth instead of hiding it inside or suppressing it. Now, moving on to the next portal is July the 10th. We've got full moon in Capricorn. Now, this is a very interesting full moon. We always say the full moon kind of lights up our shadows and our work that needs to be done. The particular work that this particular full moon is going to light up is our reflection of our productivity. What I'm saying is, it's highly likely during the full moon portal, which will open up from maybe the 8th, 9, 10, 11, 12 to the 12th of July, it's going to get you a little bit more agitated. And why is it going to make you frustrated or agitated? It's because you're going to start questioning all the things that you know you need to do, but you haven't done yet. You may even get the sense that, oh, there's not enough hours in a day to finish all my things. You feel a bit of overwhelm, okay? And the reason behind that is because this particular moon in Capricorn wants you to get organized. It wants you to form new habits, new rituals. It wants you to have better routines and set up for long-term goals, right? So my recommendation for you during this particular full moon is get pen to paper. Don't get agitated, don't get frustrated. If you get any of those sense of overwhelm, practice some breath work. Calm your energies, get back to the drawing board and reflect and plan. Get rid of everything that no longer serves you, all the guilt that you have on yourself for not doing certain things you know you've needed to do for a long time now. Drop it. It doesn't serve you. Let it go, clear the space, and rewrite your destiny with new habits, new rituals, and new routines, okay? While I'm on that note, by the way, I do want to mention to everybody, for those of you who are wanting to learn more about how to reprogram the subconscious mind and have better rituals for your manifestations, if you're really looking to manifest your goals, your dreams, your desires, your relationship, your wealth during 2025, I'm actually running a 5-day manifestation challenge. Now, I haven't ran a 5-day manifestation challenge for a long time now. Very excited to be able to finally see you guys again and connect with you guys again. And the good news is that it's absolutely free for all of you to join. So I highly recommend, if you really want to level up your manifestations, click on the first link inside the description. Make sure to do that now, because each Zoom call only allows maximum of 1,000 people at once. And obviously these portal videos usually goes out to tens of thousands of people at one time. So please do make sure, don't lose your space. Make sure to secure it now. First link inside the description, absolutely free for you to join. It's a 5-day law of attraction and manifestation training, okay? Now, let us get back to this, this full moon, because what happens is straight after this full moon, while you're setting these rituals for your new routines and new habits to get to what you want to get to, okay? On the 11th of July, we have Juno direct in Scorpio. Now, I know this may seem a little bit scary for some people, but we can be open to the idea that there may be some relationship shifts during this month. I'm talking about the month of July. There's been many things so far, and we haven't even got into the Mercury Retrograde yet. But there's been many portals so far. I've already talked about a lot of changes happening, particular this month, especially when it comes to relationships, okay? Now, what you're gonna find is that a lot of things that were unclear even at the start, maybe you got into a relationship and there's certain things they didn't tell you, right? All these secrets will start to reveal and things will start surfacing. Hence why it's kind of likely that certain breakups may happen. Now, if you want to avoid those breakups, what is very important for you to do before these portals open up is to open up. Now, this is my big recommendation for everybody. If you've been questioning anything in any relationships, if you've been unsure of anything, please calm your mind, both of you settle, find some space, make space, and have that mature conversation, that chill conversation. Speak your truth. If there have been questions pondering on your mind, then ask it. You'll never know until you ask. If there's been certain things that agitate you or frustrates you, then speak it. If you love each other and you want to be together, then you got to understand each other. If you allow yourself to have some bold courage during this time, right now, before those portals open, and you have those conversations to iron out all those question marks, guess what? You're going to prevent yourself from the heartbreak that may happen during this particular portal around the full moon time. Okay, so that's 11th of July is Juno direct in Scorpio. Okay, so this is a very good time to start reflecting and understanding what you really want in life. So start thinking about that. Okay, now the final few portals we have on July the 13th, we have Saturn retrograde. There's not too much going on at that particular one, apart from it's going to make you and force you to reassess your foundations. Always understand this, whatever you're trying to create in your life, everything starts from solid foundations. So sometimes you have to go back to the basics. If you're wanting to make money, but it's not working out, you need to learn the foundations of business, right? If you are wanting to look after your health, go back to the foundations, your diet, your workout, right? Same thing with relationship. Go back to communication. If you work on the basics, you're going to find that a lot of things blossom during these few months leading up to August and September. Now, we have... Here we are now, okay? On the 17th of July, we have Mercury retrograde in Leo, okay? Now this Mercury retrograde, I'm actually going to create a separate video. If you guys want the separate video talking about Mercury retrograde specifically, please let us know inside the chat below. And if there's enough people commenting, then I'll make a separate video talking about it, because it's kind of a big one. And the reason behind it, obviously you have the communication errors and the technology errors and the time delays and all that type of stuff, the usual Mercury retrograde stuff that will probably be happened there. But it's a lot more bolder and courageous than usual because it's in Leo, okay? Now, when that is happening, what you're going to find is that things are going to start questioning your self-confidence, right? You may be like starting to wonder, you know, about, are you good enough? Or, you know, are you worthy enough? Do you deserve it? Are you valuable enough in what you're doing? And these questions will soon need to come to an answer. And that truth is actually what's like deep beneath that inner child right now. And that's that inner child truth. So you may have some past traumas and certain things that have happened in your upbringing that needs healing. My biggest recommendation for now on this particular Mercury retrograde is please try to take some time on work on your inner child healing. By the way, on the 5-day manifestation challenge, we actually do a meditation to heal your inner child. So that will really help you guys too. Try to do it before this particular Mercury retrograde, because if it's not healed, guess what? Mercury retrograde will just trigger it and activate it, and it's going to come up to the surface and things may get a little bit more messy. So it's very important for us to, during that period as well, don't take other people's words personally. Now that's linked to the inner child thing. If you've got past wounds there, guess what? When people say certain things, it's going to trigger you. If you know there are certain people that usually trigger you, then please, during that period of the Mercury retrograde, try to stay away from people you know that usually trigger you. Now, moving on to the 22nd, we have Sun enters into Leo, okay? This is probably, the 22nd of July is probably the best date to make investments, to make bold moves, to make daring moves, to be courageous, to leave your job, to start a new career. You're going to find that Leo energy where the sun is reflecting and activating it, and you're going to find yourself more courageous and bold and more powerful than usual, which is a very, very good thing, especially if you're wanting to challenge the status quo, get out of your comfort zone, reinvent yourself, do something new, move to a new country, start a new relationship. You're going to find that confidence and that energy, that sudden burst of energy happened during that particular portal on the 22nd. So any launches you've got, any product launches, any things you're looking to start, good time to start it is on the 22nd next month, okay? Now, following that, we have on the 24th, we have the new moon in Leo, which will bring a fresh energy and a bold heart, especially if you, again, that 22nd moves into the 24th, and it's in Leo as well. So if you're looking to start anything creative, launching anything new, then this is the time to do so. That new moon is very, very good for your career. In fact, actually, the month of July is very good for your wealth, your finance, your career as well. But you've got to be, please make a big note on this. I must be willing to invest. I must be willing to invest in myself. I must be willing to invest in opportunities. I must be willing to invest in businesses. you must be willing to invest. Even if you don't have the money, find the money, right? I always say there's never the lack of resources, only ever the lack of resourcefulness. Be the make it happen person. Because you're going to find if you harness this Leo energy during this particular month and you take risk, understand you've got to take risk to get reward, and you take daring action outside of your comfort zone, you will get paid massive dividends in the following months. Okay, rewards will happen for you, I'm saying. Now, moving from there to the final portal of July is Chiron retrograde beginning. Actually, at the same time, Venus is entering into Cancer. At the end of the month, actually, it's giving you a craving for deep connection. You may feel a little bit lonely during the end of the month. You may feel like you need someone's love, or you need someone to hug, or you need someone's time. You may feel like you need some love in your life. And if that's the feeling you get during that time, that's absolutely fine, right? But you need to realize something. This is also a big sign, if you're feeling anything like that, there is something that requires healing within yourself. We live in a society where a lot of people call their partners their other half, meaning your half and their half. That's why a lot of relationships fail, is because if you're only half, you only attract half, then how are you going to manifest something great? Full attracts full. So meaning, if you feel like you need something else to complete yourself, then maybe this is the biggest sign for you during the end of the month to work on yourself, to work on self-love, to work on self-appreciation and gratitude, because the more you value yourself, what you value, what you appreciate, appreciates. You're going to find that this note, this journey, this lesson will help you a lot through the following months after that. Okay, so prepare for old wounds to suddenly resurface during the end of the month. And it's going to be concerning rejection. So some of you who are scared of being rejected or scared of people leaving you, you're going to find that it's going to amplify during the end of the month. So work on yourself, okay? When you work on yourself, my big note for everybody at the end of the month is to do what? Reclaim your power. Always remember, you're powerful, you're divine. You're not hearing this by accident. You're supposed to be here. You are one with everything, one with the universe, one with divine, one with God. You're infinite, you're abundant, you are worthy of it all. And you can absolutely manifest it all. So once again, if you have not yet claimed your free space on the 5-day manifestation challenge, make sure it's the first link inside the description. Then at least I get to work with you on your intention setting, reprogramming your subconscious mind, healing your inner child, and aligning yourself with the things that you actually want to manifest in 2025 to actually make it happen. First link inside the description. Get your free space now. Make sure to do so quick because very limited spaces. Other than that, if you enjoyed this video or got anything out of it whatsoever, please do hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, comment below, let us know where you guys have tuned in from. That's always nice to know. And finally, if you're new to this channel and you haven't already, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notifications button next to that little bell sign, by the way, because on this channel, we're going to create more and more videos again. Hopefully I'll see you guys more on a bi-daily, is that such a word? Every few days we'll create a video, and let's help you on your wealth pillars, your health pillars, and your relationship pillars, and fulfill your purpose in this soul lifetime. Other than that, send my love and prayers to every single one of you. Namaste. Namo Himalaya.